Thank you for having us. We are excited to talk to you today about how you can build your career while building your community at the American Heart Association. My name is Kathy Young, and I am the Director of University Relations here at the Heart Association. And UT Arlington, we are excited to chat with you and hope to see you as a future intern with us. So why would you want to do that? Well, let me tell you a little bit about who we are. At the American Heart Association, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity for a longer, healthier life. And for 100 years, it's been our mission to fulfill that vision. Working alongside a global family of volunteers, donors, and advocates, we are transforming the way the world understands, treats, and prevents cardiovascular diseases and stroke. With bold hearts, we now forge ahead into our second century, fueling science and innovation, funding life-saving research, and boldly standing for the rights of patients and caregivers to empower healthier communities and transcend the way we live, work, and play. One bold example of this is that we have set a goal of doubling the survival rates of cardiac arrest by 2030. To reach this goal, we are building a nation of lifesavers. The goal of this initiative is to turn bystanders into lifesavers so that in the time of a cardiac emergency, anyone, anywhere is prepared to empower and become a vital link in the chain of survival and provide CPR. We're making healthcare smarter and more accessible because we are committed to advancing health and hope for everyone, everywhere, because our future is about improving yours. So we have some guiding values that help us drive the work that I just talked about. My favorite on here is meeting people where they are. I think that is so important when you're doing the work. One message does not fit every community. And when we're talking about health equity, it's important that our voice matches the people and the community that we're trying to reach. And I think the Heart Association does an amazing job of that. So what about our Intern of Impact program? That's what we call everybody. I like to say that we're very special because our interns save lives. That's what we do here at the American Heart Association. Doesn't matter what seat you're in, you help us save lives. And I think that that's a pretty cool thing for interns to get to do. And so you can do that from any seat in the company. You may want to come into finance and help us with accounting, things like that. Well, guess what? With the fundraising and everything that we do, we can't donate that money and help do the research that we need to do if it's not accounted appropriately. So that's how you help save lives. Maybe you're doing direct right in the community, helping with public health, saving lives doing that. Maybe you're doing some of that CPR initiative. But we have stuff that can work with fundraising, helping out with our development team. Maybe back in the day, you did jump rope for heart. Just think now you could come back in and help with that program as an intern. We have everything from data science to advocacy, community health, helping with events, a lot of ways that you can engage no matter what your degree is with the American Heart Association. We have internship sessions 3 times a year. We do them in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall. And I have our 2025 dates up here, so you can see when those sessions will be held and when you can expect the jobs to be posted on our internship website. I will give you the link to that at the end of the internship or at the end of this video. But these are the times that you can see, again, that spring, summer, and fall. So a little bit more about what our internship program entails. We are proud that we offer $23 an hour as a salary for all of our interns. They're also part-time, so it makes it really easy to fit in with doing school. They're usually 20 to 25 hours a week. We have both hybrid, where you might be going and helping in the office, doing some of those events, to also fully remote internships. We offer a lot of professional development opportunities. It might be connecting with alumni that are with us and you're practicing that networking skill. Could be building your personal brand as you're entering the workforce, or maybe working on that executive presence so that you continue to grow your skills as you're getting ready to enter the workforce. We offer that nation networking, like I mentioned. nationwide networking, as well as Heart U. Heart U is an amazing state-of-the-art online training program that we have. And you have access to that with over 100,000 different tools that you can use for learning. It has AI tools that help you actually practice interview scenarios. It has, you want to get better at Excel, there's a class for that. So it's so cool, and you have access to that to help you grow in the way that works best for you. But enough with me. We want to hear from the amazing interns and folks that we have here with us today. So I'm going to pull the screen down so that you can see everybody a little bit better. And let's meet our interns, as well as I have one of our recruiters with us. So folks, I'll let you all introduce yourself. Evelyn, maybe we can start with you.
Sure. Hi, my name is Evelyn Raphael. I'm a rising senior at the University of New Mexico. And my current internship role is with our health equity team. So I'm based out of our national center in Dallas, Texas, but I am fully remote and work from New Mexico.
Awesome. Samuel.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sam, a grad student at UTA, and I work with our development and community events team here in the Irving office, and I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. Heather.
Hi, my name's Heather Jackson, and I have the privilege of being able to recruit interns for our Interns of Impact program.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to start with the interns here, put them on the hot seat and ask them to share a little bit about our internship program. So first off, can you tell me why you chose the American Heart Association, and maybe a little bit about your experience and the work you've been doing? Sam, why don't we start with you?
Sure. So I chose the AHA because I really wanted to work for an organization that aligned with my values and was dedicated to putting some good in the world. And the AHA has definitely put a lot of good into the world. It's been an amazing team, and I'm inspired to be a part of it every day.
Awesome. Evelyn?
So similar to Sam, I initially chose the AHA because of its mission and because of its really long history. It's a respectable organization. But now I've done 2 internships with the AHA, and I've stayed because of the company culture. Everyone is so welcoming and willing to teach and embrace you into their teams, and they really value your work here. And so that's why I've stayed and why I continue to stay with the AHA.
Awesome. Excellent. So, first thing, right? It's awesome to be an intern with us, and it's great to hear about your experiences, but how did you all land that job, right? So what do you think made you stand out as a candidate?
So I think for me, I got to ask my manager about this, and they said resume is probably the most important thing because it is going to be your first impression. So don't be afraid to ask people on campus how you can improve your resume and how you can effectively communicate your accomplishments from the past.
Evelyn, what about for you?
Yes, for me, similar to Sam, I recommend really tailoring your resume and your cover letter to align closely with the listed qualifications that are posted in the job description. Use your experience and highlight what you've already done, but maybe just rephrase it and shift it so that it best fits the role that you're trying to land.
Awesome. All right, let's talk to our expert now. Heather, what would you add? How can they stand out as a candidate when they're applying?
I think I'll just expound on what Evelyn and Samuel said. Definitely making sure that you review the job responsibilities and the job qualifications. You don't need to have every qualification mentioned, but when you combine those responsibilities and qualifications, you now have insight on what your resume should look like, as Evelyn brought out. And when you're listing your experience or your relevant coursework, make sure, again, as Evelyn said, to tailor those responsibilities and qualifications to what you have reviewed. If it's sparse, you don't have a lot of experience to add, remember too that you can add in volunteer experience, you can note relevant coursework, and that will also be impressive to potential managers.
Awesome. All right. Great answers, team. You guys are rocking it today. So I would love to hear, Evelyn, maybe we can start with you. Once you get that internship, how do you make the most out of it? How do you be successful when you're in your internship?
My advice is to really just be bold and be confident. You've already landed the internship. It is a competitive program and you've already been chosen, so you might as well make the most of the time you have there. Don't be shy. Ask to go into these meetings that you might not be initially invited into. Take the initiative, and look for opportunities where you can take ownership of a project or a specific portion of the research. This will really allow you to grow. And it also makes your managers notice you and notice that you're really willing to take that first step.
I love that. I love that tip about just taking initiative. And, sometimes we all feel that imposter syndrome, right? We all feel that maybe we shouldn't be here and in this space. And so you have to kind of put that in a little box and jump out and take that initiative. So I love that tip. That's great. Samuel, what about for you?
Well, I would definitely agree with what Evelyn said. When you see an opportunity, definitely say yes, because at the AHA, there's a lot of room to ask questions and everyone is here to help you. So don't be afraid to push yourself and take on maybe a little more than you have in the past. And I would like to add, definitely talk to everyone you can. Networking is super easy at American Heart, and everyone is super excited to get to know you.
Awesome. Great. Heather, what do you think? What are some other things that interns have talked about how to be successful in our program?
I think one of the key things is communication. It might sound simple, but right out the gate, making sure that you understand what your manager is expecting of you and clarify if you're not clear. And then I think that just starts your whole internship on a good note because you're getting in that habit of communicating with your manager.
I love that. And then I'm just going to throw in my pro tip of being organized. Sometimes people think they're organized, and when you come to this organization, we are large and we are coming at you fast. And so you need to hone those organizational skills and maybe grow them a little bit where you were thinking, oh, I got organization down. No, we're at we're next level. We're going to skill you up in that section. And so be prepared for that and look for ways to grow in that skill. But I think that's an important piece to being successful here as well. I'm going to let you both share maybe your favorite thing that's happened to you as an intern, or favorite intern experience. Who would like to take that one first?
Yeah, I can take that one first. So mine definitely has a little UTA bias to it. It's been because when I'm not working here, I'm working at the Maverick Pantry on campus. And so my favorite experience has been getting to bridge the development team, which I technically work for, and then the community impacts team, and creating partnerships there to help out the UTA Maverick Pantry. And it's been really great seeing a lot of people come together from technically different backgrounds, but with a common goal and a common purpose and making something amazing happen.
I love that. I love how you've seen already how the Heart Association is meeting people where they are and showing up in the community in a way that's meaningful in that space. So I love that. Evelyn, what about for you?
My favorite thing so far has been starting and really taking ownership of the research of bringing our HSI Scholars program to New Mexico. So it grants the opportunity for students in New Mexico to receive a potential grants and mentoring opportunities. And it's just been really incredible to be able to, one, participate in such an incredible program, and two, be able to bring it to my state. It's really exciting. And yeah, I've been given a lot of free reign to take ownership and to really dig down and research what I think is best. And I really appreciate that.
That's awesome. I love that. One final question for you both. What is, I think part of interning is seeing what different kind of work cultures fit for you, right? Where like you really get to experience a lot of different opportunities. Is there anything that surprised you about the work culture at the Heart Association, or made you say, oh, this is important to me now. I didn't even know this existed in a company, and now this is something I'm going to really look for where I want to work in the future. Anybody want to take that one?
Yeah, I can take that one. I would say for me, I think we've said it before, but I've never felt more supported than I have here at American Heart, because there are so many ways to get to know everyone on every team and so many ways for teams to help support you. We have a bunch of alumni networking events or coffee roulette chats for the interns, and just so many ways to expand the people you know and find bigger teams than what we assigned.
Evelyn, what about for you?
Yeah, for me, it's been just just like how Sam said, the culture is so warm and inviting, and people really do want to see you succeed. There's never a bad question, and we're given opportunities to coexist and mingle with, C-suite level executives or executives who run the whole region. And so it's these people who've had such long and successful careers just willing to take 15, 20 minutes and talk to you and learn about you. And that's something I didn't even know that I wanted in a company, but now that I've had it, I can't imagine not having that anymore.
That's awesome. Thank you both for sharing that. Heather, I want to come back to you. Can you tell everybody a little bit about what the process looks like to apply and what they can expect around that?
Sure. With our process, it's going to be several weeks. So I just want to say right off the bat, please know that it's going to be several weeks long, and that does not mean that we're not interested. But once you find a job you are interested in applying to and you submit your resume, it will then be reviewed. If it's something that matches those, the job that you're interested in, we'll send you an invite to do a video interview. It's just a one-way interview. After your video interview is reviewed, we'll then select, if you're selected, we'll reach out to you to have a phone interview with you. That generally just lasts 30 minutes, just a few additional questions to add on to your video interview. And then from those people that are able to do that phone interview, we'll pick the top 3 that match that job responsibilities, and we'll schedule a hiring manager interview. That will be a 1-hour interview. It's going to be virtual most of the time, and it's a great opportunity for you to showcase what you've already shared with us. Kathy, you're on mute.
Yeah, I see that now. Awesome. All right. So I've got this back up on the screen here, and you guys now can see the link to be able to apply for our positions. Again, we will have spring positions, which start in January. They will be posted in September. So what I would do is I would go to that page, I would bookmark it, and then I would just kind of check it often. You can even sign up for alerts if you hit the kind of, there's a join us here button, and then you can join the community and you can set up for alerts when internship jobs get posted. So that's a little bit more about us. Any final words from the group? Heather, I'll start with you. Is there anything you think would be impactful for them to know?
I would like them to know that we are very interested in them, that if, as long as they're just being themselves, that's absolutely valuable to us. So don't hesitate to apply to these positions, because we want to know who you are.
Awesome. Sam, any last words from you?
Yeah, I would say definitely apply as soon as you can. It's been an amazing journey, and we can't wait to have you here.
Awesome. Evelyn?
Yeah, my final words would be, don't be intimidated by the fact that it's a big organization. They do really care and they do really want to get to know you. So yeah, apply as soon as you can.
Awesome. Well, UT Arlington, thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to having you as an intern of impact. Thanks.